Okay, so what I want to share with you today is a bit of a twist on something. You know how people say, "Don't care what others think." I think that's wrong. So what I'm going to do is put a twist on that. You need to stop caring what you think. It's not what others think. It's what you think others think, which means it's about what you think. You need to stop caring about that. That's what's holding you back, not what others think. You release a video. I'll say you, not me, because I release a video, no one watches it, right? So you release a video and 1 million people watch it. Do you know how many people don't like it? Give me a number. What are you going to say? 100,000. Why not? Let's go with that. And if you did say 100,000, this is all pre-recorded. It just happened by coincidence. It was the same number. Okay, so don't freak out. But 100,000 didn't like it. Do you know what? That means nothing because 900,000 did like it. Why would you care about what the 100,000 think? And you know it's inevitable. If you have 1 million people watch your video, it's inevitable 100,000 are not going to like it. That's what comes with 900,000 people liking your video. You know that. You know that. It's impossible to get 1 million views, which is what you want, to not have 100,000 people not like it. It's impossible. Those two things come together. So if I was to say to you, 100,000 people aren't going to like your video, but it will have 1 million views. Do you want that or not? There's never going to be a time, if that making videos is your thing, that you're going to go, nah, can't stomach that. I don't want that. Unless you give me a deal where 1 million people watch my video and 1 million people love it. Unless you give me that deal, I'm not going to release it. You know that's never going to happen. You would never okay that. You know that there's a cost to what you put out. I'm not talking about just YouTube videos. I'm talking about the products you make or the services you make or the things you do, even with your tight friends. For example, right? I like to think that I'm a fairly funny guy, but I tell some bad jokes at times. Some things are mistimed in terms of the content matter. You know, it's either too soon or it's actually crass, it's not funny. Now, I think it's funny, but unfortunately, some things I say, when you tell 100 jokes or you say 100 things that you think are funny, 10 of them are definitely not going to be funny. They're going to be offensive or something like that. Now, you're not saying it to be offensive. That's just the nature of it. But what would stop me from being funny in future is if those events happened and then I was like, shit, I'm not going to say those things in future. I'm not going to joke around anymore because of that one chance in 10 I'm going to say something that's not funny. That's not what others think. That's what you think. That's what's holding you back. So don't care for the fear. What do you cradle that fear? What do you worry about what you think? If it's going to hold you back. Because you already know from the examples I've given you, others are going to think that your stuff, what it is that you do, what it is that you think, what it is that you share, some will think that it sucks. But you already know that. You know that that's part of the deal. And that wouldn't stop you from accepting the deal. So what is? It's what you think. So the problem is, you care about what you think. So if you want to keep moving forwards, you have to stop caring about what you think, to have the courage to just get it done. Because you know sometimes there's going to be a negative consequence. That's where that saying fail fast comes from. Maybe my definition's a bit different than yours, but for me, fail fast means you're going to try a whole bunch of things and version 2 is going to be way better than version 1 because you made mistakes in version 1 that you don't want in version 2. And guess what? And you know what I'm about to say? Version 3, right? Yeah, better than version 2. Or it might not be. Version 3 might be worse than version 2 because you tried something else new that you thought was better than version 2. It's not. So version 4 is much better than version 3 because you have brought back in some of the stuff that worked on version 2 and you've added some other new things. And thankfully, version 4 is better than version 2. Version 3 was a step back. Version 4 is even better. But if version 4 is working perfectly, you've still screwed up 3 times. and version 1, version 2, and version 3. That's how you got to version 4. And you know that that's the natural progression of things. And the only thing that's going to stop you from going forwards and making continual improvements is what you think and the way you're responding to what you think. So stop caring about what you think. I have a saying, don't try and protect the reputation you don't even have. Don't try and protect the reputation you don't already have. Which means if you want to go down the path of making YouTube videos, and if you do, good luck to you. It's going to be relatively fruitless for most people, and you know the purpose why I make these videos, and I'll share it right at the end if you're new here. But yeah, look, okay, let me just switch my train of thought then, and let me just wrap this, because I feel like I've made the point and I'm going to wear it out. But yeah, too often we care about what we think. We say it's what others think. So that reputation saying I've got, how often do you want to make a YouTube video? And I'll just use that as an example. But you don't release it because you need to change this, you need to change that, you need to make it better this way, you need to make it better that way. And then it doesn't get done. Or it gets done, but instead of it being done on one day, it takes 4 days. So it's 4 days before you release it. All my videos, including this one and the other 2 over the previous days, and you'll notice I'm wearing the same stuff because I did them all back to back and I share one a day, are all done in one shot. That's why just before, 30 seconds ago, you saw my brain glitch. I'm not going to edit that out. I don't have the time to do it. If someone is watching that and they're going to judge me on that one brain glitch that we all have, that I didn't edit out to pretend I didn't have it, that's not on me. Who cares? And if I care about it, if I care that they care about it, that's what's going to hold me back. But all these videos, when I finish editing this one, and when I say editing, I just cut a bit off the start, a bit off the end, so you don't see me pressing the stop. And when I press start, I move back and forwards and I get myself in the right position. I just clip those 2 off. It takes me no time. But already this video is 7 minutes and 50 seconds. So when I stop it, let's say it's going to be 9 minutes, and I clip those ends up 8:45, boom, I upload it, it's on. I don't even watch it again. Why? Don't need to. I was there in the video. And it saves me hours of editing. I say hours of editing, I don't know, but I've heard that people can spend hours editing stuff. I have had some experiences before where it took me like 2 hours to put together a 2-minute video, but I just put that down to me being a bit thick. But I do it all in one take. Why? Because thankfully I've been able to release that. I've stopped caring, not about what other people think, but what I think. I've just got to let it go. So when you care about what you think too much, it's going to inhibit your progression. Now, I'm not talking about being lazy or being slack with stuff, because I have those other sayings. How you do one thing is how you do everything. So what makes this video one of quality? I'm trying to be really authentic, Yeah, I'm being as authentic as I can. I'm being as honest as I can, and I think I'm sharing some really good stuff and I'm getting it all out there. That's what makes this a video quality. Have I done a lot of editing in it? I've done no editing. Have I got a backing track of some beautiful music? None of it. Have I got some, I don't even know what it's called, some stock footage? So you can just hear my voice, but see some people walking across the street when I talk about purpose and getting to work and stuff like that. None of that. Because that takes time. I'm going to be spending my time writing the 3 books that I'm currently writing. That's how I'd rather spend my time. Okay, let's wind it back and let's make sure that I just share this one point, because I do go off on tangents a little bit. So yeah, if you are here for the first time and you do subscribe to this channel and get a bit more of this content, you don't have to watch me at all, because you're not going to miss anything, which means you can have me on while you're brushing your teeth or whatever, You don't need to watch. It can be just on in the background. It's mainly I suppose you're going to engage in an auditory level where you're just going to be listening to things. Anyway, thanks for your patience. Back to the point. Stop thinking about what you think and feel about things. If that inhibits you from getting stuff done is probably more important. Then you'll learn lessons about how to do it better, implement those, and make continual improvements. But don't let that fear that emanates from how you think about what other people think inhibit you from doing stuff. I know you get the concept. I'll leave it there. The other thing I was going to talk about then, the reason why I do these videos, I do them to so you think I'm talking to you, I'm not. I'm talking to me because I know this is a good behavior and I want to reinforce it, so I make this video. So I'm talking to me. Even though I won't watch this video, it doesn't matter. The fact I've talked about it today for 11 minutes means I really am entrenching that thought, that entrenching that thought, which helps me move from inaction to action. So I made these videos for me. That means there's no onus on you to adopt anything, but if you think there's something in it for you, then bonus. In the short time of 12 minutes, you may have received a piece of information that might save you hours and hours and hours. And that's the point of these videos. So if there's something in it that might work for you, trial it, pilot it, give it a go. And if it works, adopt it. That's it. Thank you so much for making it to the end. Thanks for your patience. I honestly hope there's something in it for you that makes life easier, because that's what these videos are all about. How do we adopt a continuous improvement mindset to make life easier, to make life simpler, and to improve our own performance? That's it. I really hope to catch you in the next one. Take care. Bye.